Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we got problems, lots of problems. Got lots of things broken, so we have a new machine. The throttle shaft is stuck. I'll show you what's going on here. Got a Honda engine. It's a Fertilizer. Of course, everything gets rusted and seized and stuck, and everything's all a big mess. So I was having this soak in some ATF. This throttle shaft, it might not free up. These carburetors have a plastic throttle thing to it, so you got to be real careful. So we're gonna try to free this up. I don't know. This might be junk. I might have to put a carburetor on here. So let's see what we can do. I got here a pair of pliers. I'm gonna grab onto this little part here, and then it's kind of dirty, but down in here there's the edge of the carburetor. I'm gonna just squeeze these together, and you can see when I do this, you gotta be real careful, because if you twist it too much, it'll break the plastic. You can see it, the plastic wanting to move, and the throttle shaft doesn't move. The other thing I was trying was, wherever it went, I take a punch and a hammer, and try and hammer up on the top of the throttle shaft where it's brass in the center there. You can see the rust, and try to get this freed up. Try to work it a little bit. You don't want to put too much pressure at all on that plastic. You'll snap it right off. Then you'll need a carburetor for sure after that. So I'll try and work it and see what happens here. Alright, could not get the throttle shaft free, so we're gonna try and could not get the throttle shaft to flap plate. So we're gonna grab on these here needle nose. We're gonna just grab this disc. We're not gonna try to tear that up too much or bend it. Gotta be careful and try to get that to free up. Alright, you ready? Let's see what this, we're gonna break this thing off here. See what we can do. I'm not ready. Now I'm gonna get down in there all the way. I don't know if you can see that. See what I'm doing here. And don't go the wrong way here. You know, pay attention to where this throttle shaft goes. You don't want to bend it the wrong way. Watch for bending too. Wow, this thing's really stiff. Just start working it back and forth, and just keep working it. I'm gonna put some fluid down in here, whatever you got. Doesn't really matter. Give me. All right, down in here. Put it down in there. Down in yonder. Just keep working it, spraying in there. You eventually get it real easy. It's got to be real free on the engine, otherwise it won't run right. It's got to be just real easy when you get this freed up. Because if it's not, your engine won't run right. It's going to be delayed governor response. You know, a lot of goofy engines, or give a lot of goofy problems with the engine, with it running wrong. So make sure you get it freed up real loose. Just like that. Still really stiff. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a long while. Get that freed up. Yeah, I can move it by hand. I couldn't do that before. Be easy with this throttle shaft, because when you want it to close, you'll look in here. I'll show you if I ever get there. I'll show you. When this closes, you want it to seal. Well, it's only going to go as far as this throttle stop, but you want it to seal as much around the edges. Otherwise, if it doesn't shut all the way, it's going to run real fast under no load. So if you look in here, you'll have the the idle, and then there's some more holes back in there. Those are called the transition ports. Not sure if you could see that. The transition ports. And at idle, it's drawing out of here, maybe the first hole. So you want that throttle shaft to at least close to the first hole back in there. Alright, after working this back and forth for about 30 years, I finally got it. Now now she's free, like Willie. If you can see in here, show you this transition port like I was talking about. You see them holes, maybe? See how, got that liquid in there. Yeah, there. Well, it's got them holes in the side. If you're down far enough, it's gonna run fast. Should run pretty slow at idle. So if you're running up normal speed, sounds like that, slow it down. You just back that screw out on the side there, and it'll slow down. You can adjust this if you want now. Usually you could get it to about half a hole to uncovering the first hole is pretty good for idle. In the side there, to them holes, transition ports. Should be good about there depending upon your application, whatever it's doing, but that's about normal, so for everything. Well, we're gonna stick it back on, and now this thing's nice and easy, free. See how easy that is? That's how it should be. Flapping in the breeze. All right, let's put it back on, and should run good.